Hey, I'm Primitive Tim, and today we're going to do a Peacock 2 fletch. Alright, so the materials we're going to need is, of course, our shaft, our feathers, something to attach those. And so today I'm going to be using thread and super glue. This, of course, is not primitive at all, but I figure since we're using peacock feathers, whoever's making this is probably more concerned with how the arrow looks than how it shoots, or if it's primitive or not. This isn't going to be something that someone puts in their hunting quiver to go hunting with. And so I'm going to show you guys how I do this. Now the first thing I like to do is I like to get my feathers sized up and cut exactly how I want. So I'll probably just cut it about here, and I'll just bend them here where there's a crease on both feathers. This one. Now once I have these cut, what I can do is just I'm going to go down, and where these long feathers start to taper, I'm going to go down to a little bit further down. I'm going to go down here and just peel this right off. And I'll do that on both sides. And make sure they're nice and even. So I have a little feather that looks just like this. Alright, so what I want to do is pull me off a good length of string here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our feathers and we're just going to line them up and see how they're going to lay on the shaft here. Now we want a little bit of room up here so we can grip the shaft when we shoot. So we're just going to lay these on opposite sides just like this. And we want to make sure they're even and where we want them on the shaft. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to do it one at a time. So I'm just going to start wrapping this. Alright, so we've got that one secure. So we're going to go ahead and lay this one right on the opposite side here. So we tie it off real quick, but of course that's not going to hold. So we're going to take the tiniest amount of super glue, and then once we get it on there, we're just going to smear it on. Also, once they're in like this, they might have gotten shifted, so you can go back and you can actually slide them around within the thread. So we'll make sure that these are exactly where we want them. Good, they are. Perfect. And so where this little gap here is, we're going to start there and we're going to go up the shaft a ways with the thread. Now we need a lot of thread here because we're going to have to wrap all the way up the feathers. Now as we wrap, the feathers are going to naturally want to go to the side, and that's actually fine so long as they're going to the side at the same angle. And as I wrap up the feather, it's important that I do everything really even. Also, I want these the thread to go between the feathers so that I'm not pinning any of them down. Alright, so I'm wrapping right up to the eye where the feathers start to get real thick. So at this point I'm going to do a few wraps and then I'll be done. I'm going to glue this up. I'm just going to spread it around in there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. So I actually made two of these. This one was made with sinew, and then this one I used thread on it. So this is the primitive one here, and then this is the pretty one, I guess. So we're gonna shoot these and see how they do. So this arrow, it shot okay. But it's probably not one of my favorite arrows that I've ever made as far as performance goes. It's definitely gonna be more of a hang it on the shelf and look at it kind of arrow. But I think it turned out all right, and it wasn't exactly durable when getting shot. So I'm gonna stick to more primitive methods, and also I'm gonna stick to more usable methods here, because a peacock feather like this just isn't great for shooting. So I might experiment a little bit more with these, but probably gonna stick to wing feathers and other types of tail feathers here, not these guys.